It was a truly astonishing turnaround we're seeing in this country. The old tribal loyalties, if you don't like Conservative, you vote Labour. If you don't like Labour, you vote Conservative, have been shattered by Nigel Farage's Reform UK. And just to give you the context, when you go back to 2 years ago, February 2023, Reform are on 6% of the vote then. February 2024, Reform doubling their support, but still only on 12%. And when you go back to February 2023, 2 years ago, Labour on 50% of the vote in a YouGov poll then. And yet you fast forward to February 2025 and you can see now the massive, massive turnaround that's taken place. Reform now in front, Labour support more than halving since that 50% support. They're on 24% now, and the Tories on 21%. And the sort of metropolitan out-of-touch commentators who do not have a clue what they're talking about. The idea that Reform's got some sort of ceiling is absolute nonsense. In fact, I think Reform's ceiling of support is actually higher than Labour or the Conservatives now. You see Nigel Farage preferred to Kemi Badenoch in terms of favourability, preferred to Keir Starmer in terms of favourability. And interesting to see here, many more Conservative voters actually supporting a merger of the parties than Reform voters. And when you break down the YouGov table, you see some really interesting numbers here. So 24% of those who voted Conservative at the last general election have already switched to Reform. Only 6% have gone Reform to Tory. Of Leave voters now, 46% backing Reform. That's a 16-point lead with Brexiteers over the Tories. And some in mainstream media have banged on about this gender split in terms of Reform support. Actually, there is a slight gap, but it's not that big in this poll. Reform on 29% with men, 22% with women, meaning that Reform are leading with men and just 2 points behind Labour with women. So I think that has been exaggerated, that split in mainstream media. And finally, with working class voters here, you see Reform with an 8-point lead, the most popular party now with working class voters. So that shows you how quickly and profound this turnaround is. Let's wait and see. But as we head into those May elections, Reform leading in another landmark poll. As ever, guys, we'll of course keep bringing you all the latest on this and much more. So please do whack this video a quick thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Do check out my Substack newsletter where I write about all of this and much more over at heather.news. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.